Good morning, beautiful, and welcome to the very first video on Heather Holding Beauty YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for you to be here. I am so excited to talk about one of the things that took me such a long time to figure out and was really intimidating to me. So before we get started, if you could hit that like and subscribe button, I would so appreciate it, especially as a new YouTuber. I would be so grateful for your support. So what we're here to talk to you about today is contouring. So I don't know about you, but contouring was so intimidating to me, you guys. I felt like only professional makeup artists could do it. It made no sense to me. And it was like magic one day. I saw this image and I was like, the light bulbs came on and I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. I can totally do that. And so that's what we're here to talk to you about today, is how to contour and highlight to your specific face shape. So that you just feel beautiful and, you know, like you look your best all day, every day. And that's one of the perks of the products that I'm going to be using, is they are long lasting. They do last all day. And so let's get started. You can see I already have my lips on, I have foundation on, and then I have my eyes done. So we're going to strictly be doing just contour today, highlighting contour. So there are several options of what you can use to highlight. I like to use these two products. This is Senogen Shadow Sense in Candlelight and Snow. And these are technically shadows, however, they're full coverage, long lasting, crease proof. That's actually what I have on my eyes as well. And what they do is, the Snow is obviously a highlight, it's like pure white, and then the Candlelight works as a concealer. And so what it's going to do is fill this area in, and what we're trying to do is basically this triangle here, and we're drawing that area closer to people as they're looking at us. So in order to contour, you have to think of it kind of like a piece of art, right? Your face is a piece of art. So what you're going to do is you're going to take certain parts of your face, meaning your forehead, under your eyes, the bridge of your nose, your chin, and your widow's peak here, and you want to make it look like it's closer to people. And then you take the darker colors to contour, and you're going to do, you know, under your cheekbones, your forehead, under your chin, wherever you'd like, to kind of draw that area away, and it gives the illusion of a slimmer, more contoured face. Why it's called contour, right? So let's get started with our highlight. What we're going to do is we're just going to take a little bit of Candlelight, put it under here. I'm going to put it on our forehead like this, bridge, and then we're not going to put Candlelight in our widow's peak. We're only going to put Snow there. And then we're going to come back. You can see under the eyes, your forehead, the bridge of your nose, and your chin. And then you're going to come back with Snow, and you're going to do this part under here. And it really doesn't matter how you do this, you guys, because it's all going to blend together in the end. But I like to just like make a little piece of art out of myself. And you can already see how vibrant the Snow is, right? So what you're going to do is you're just going to take a blending brush. This is a Morphe one. But there's another, I have a full set of ones from Amazon that are super inexpensive. I will link them below. And you're just going to kind of blend it all together. You can see it doesn't look, it just kind of mixes. If you have a darker complexion, what you would use is Candlelight and Mocha Java, which is kind of more of a darker brown color. That is the beauty of this, is because we're mixing colors, you can make it perfect for you. So you can see, check out the coverage there, you guys. It is just insane how full coverage these products are. They also have skincare properties so that they protect your skin all day long. They will expedite your cellular renewal, so your skin is younger and healthier because the skin cells are producing more quickly than they normally would. Don't forget your widow's peak. This just makes your lips look super, like, boom. Gives you that little angle there. And then of course we're going to go ahead and do the forehead as well. And that's it, you guys. Highlight, boom, done. The other thing I like about my particular skincare, or not skincare, I'm sorry, my contour and highlight, is it's super fast. We don't have a whole lot of time to get dressed in the morning. I don't know about you, but I have 2 little toddlers, and by the time I'm getting ready for work or life, my husband's already gone. So they're basically crawling up my leg, most of it. Boom. Highlight done. And you can see, even without the contour, if you just highlighted, my face already looks slimmer. I don't have the slimmest face in the world. And so really just this makes me feel and look so much more awake under the eyes. And it just brings this part of my face closer to you guys. So that is how you're going to highlight. You want to stay in this area. You want to stay above your eyebrows, obviously. So you're kind of making this little triangle situation like this. Bridge, chin, and then again, you're creating a little triangle here too, like this. And that is your highlight. So I do have other things I do for highlight, but I don't do them till the end. So we'll get back to that. The next thing we're going to do is actually contour. So in the areas you're going to contour, the first place you're going to do is go like this. See this area right here under your cheekbones? That's where you're going to contour. So what you're going to do is you're going to start at the top of your ear. You're going to follow that line. You don't want to go all the way to your mouth. You want to go about to the edge of your eye here. So from here to the top of your ear is where you're going to do your cheek contour. The next place you're going to contour is your forehead. I like to just put little dots, and really not everyone needs to do their forehead. What you're trying to do is make these areas look smaller. So if you have a small forehead already, you do not need to contour your forehead. Don't do it. Your forehead will look even smaller. So for me, I just do kind of like this much of my forehead just to bring it some color, and you know, I'm really pale. So it gives me a little bit of bronze too. Which is nice, especially during the winter months. So do here, and then under here, you can also do, make sure that when you do it, you're kind of doing it not completely underneath, or you look like you have a beard. Nobody wants that, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do it kind of right here along the line right here. That is something I personally only do for special events. I don't do it every single day. But I will show you, if you want to kind of subtly do it every day, there is a fast way to do that as well. And then the most important to me anyway, everyone has that thing that they will not leave the house without. For me, it is nose contour. I don't know if you can see here, my nose is not straight. It goes like this. It curves that way. So what I do is I use my contour to kind of push this that way and make it just look like a more straight and angular nose. Now, what you can use are several things. The first option is blush scents in bronze. This is blush technically, however, you can still use it for contour. So the way our blush scents works is it's a cream to powder. You would put that much on, you would come back with your brush, and then all you're gonna do is you're gonna blend it out. And so that's what it would look like, but on your cheek. And then obviously you're gonna blend it out some more so that it's not so dramatic. Or if you want it to be more dramatic, you just blend it a little bit less, okay? So that's your first option. Your second option is garnet or rustic brown shadow scents. Rustic brown is limited edition, so I'm gonna show you garnet. So I don't wanna give you false promises here. Same thing, it's a cream to powder. You would just do exactly what you did on the other side. So this is garnet, and all you're gonna do is blend it like this. Now, what you can see that I don't like about shadow scents is it does not blend very well, right? So you could be here forever blending, and even still, it doesn't help that my tube is almost out, full disclosure. But even still, even if it's a full tube, I don't particularly care for shadow scents because it doesn't blend very well. For blush scents, I don't particularly care for the bronze blush scents, just because I don't particularly care for that color. It's a little orangey. And those two are options, not my favorite, but you can still do it, right? So these are the options that I like, that I do, and I'm gonna do one on each side. So the first option that I actually do daily is I use our foundation. This is coffee foundation. It's obviously a much darker complexion than I am, and it is so smooth, you guys. It is like butter. I love using our foundation to contour because it is super easy, it is super convenient, and I can get it exactly where I want it to go, and it just blends like a dream. So this is coffee, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do dots, dot, 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 and you can see it's in that little crease here, right? I do one dot on my nose, or let's do two. And then up here, I do dot, 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 and make sure you get that temple, okay? So this is what I do to contour. If you were gonna do down here, you could do your dot there too, but like I said, I don't do it every day unless I'm going somewhere special, like a wedding or pictures or something like that. Now, all you're gonna do is take your brush, and this is just a really dense round brush, and I kind of pinch it together to make it long and skinny, and you're just gonna run your brush along this line, right? So you don't have to suck in if you don't want to. I don't anymore, but just for the sake of you knowing where I'm going, then I go. So I kind of create the line, and then I blend it out, and you can see there's that line right there, right? And check out this side now in comparison to this side. It is so much more tapered. My face just lost like 15 pounds in 2 seconds. Okay, so I know it looks dark now, but once we do blush and all that good stuff, it's not gonna look so dark. Now, what you can do, let's say you do want to do under your cheek, but not so dramatically, is you do a backwards 3. So there's one, and then you bring the rest of it under here, and it's not so dramatic, it's kind of more subtle. And that, my darling, is the super fast and how magical is that? I mean, look at that. Boom, cheekbone, boom, my forehead looks smaller, my neck looks thinner, like magical. I can't even believe how contouring can just change your face so dramatically. Okay, so let's talk about nose now. So nose, normally I would use a shadow brush, but we're improvising because I forgot it. So we're gonna do both sides, but just even check that out. Look how much more contoured my nose is. And you always wanna do under your nose here, like the bridge, because if you don't, then it just looks like your nose goes on forever. And see how it has that cute little pink highlight from the snow right there? It is just so beautiful. So, boom. Option number 1, use foundation, super creamy, also has skincare properties, makes your skin healthier all day long. Beautiful, and just, there's other colors. This is what I use. This is coffee. This is the second darkest color. I know that I'm a little dark in the contour land, so there are other options as well. Cinnamon would be a recommendation for someone with like a more neutral kind of contour, a more subtle contour. That's what I would recommend for you, is cinnamon. So, boom. I love it. I seriously can't get enough. Okay, so actually technically I think that was option 3, but that's option number 1, my favorite. Option number 2, my favorite. This is our loose powder. Now, I made a boo-boo. This is what our loose powder comes in. It looks just like this. This is one of mine. This is my Silver Rose actually, but like a ding dong, because I have my natural loose powder that I use to set my foundation in one of these. I put these in one of these, and that was a mess up. Don't do that. Because the reason is because when you are putting your blush on or your bronze or whatever, this is like the perfect size brush. Perfect size brush, and I was a ding dong and I put it in one of these, and I've been using a different brush. So that's how I'm going to show it to you. But if you wanted the loose powder, this is what it's actually going to come in, and the application is like a dream. It is so, so, so easy. Don't be a ding dong like me. Just leave it in the package. So anyways, this is bronze. This is our loose powder. You can see it's a bronzy color, and this is by far the easiest way to do your contour. If you are a novice to contouring, especially when you leave it in the brush, and don't be a ding dong like I was, this is by far the easiest way. So you're gonna do exactly what I did with the 3 minus the dots. So just get enough on here. You don't want a ton, right? Because you don't want it to be crazy, but something like that. And then pinch your brush together. And you're gonna do exactly what I did, but it's gonna be super easy because it's just on your brush, and you make the 3 shape. And that's only if you need forehead contour, you guys. If you do not need forehead contour, then you can just do this, and then you can bring it around here. The loose powder is my newest love. It took me a whole year to try the loose powder, you guys. And I don't know what I was waiting for. I guess I was really bought into the cream to powder thing, which I really do love. It is pretty amazing, actually. There, boom, done. So that's the loose powder in bronze. Like I said, now imagine, let's say the loose powder in bronze was in the actual tube it's supposed to be in, like this. How easy would this be? Done. Like, easiest contour ever. Boom, boom. Okay, so that's contour. You can see, like I said, I'm more dramatic. So this is a good example of, like, this is more of a natural contour. This is like more of a dramatic contour. This is coffee foundation, and then this is bronze loose powder on this side. So those are your contour options. First, blush tints. Like I said, I love how versatile this is and how it blends very well. However, I just don't particularly care for the color. I think it's a little orange. The next would be shadow scents. I showed you on my hand. You can see it still isn't completely blended out. I would not necessarily recommend this. Part of this is that my tube is almost empty, but still, it's just not my favorite. The two that I recommend for a dramatic contour, you're going to want to do foundation in whatever color that you prefer. It doesn't have to be coffee. There are darker colors. There's actually one darker color. So if you're more darkly complected, you may want to use truffle. However, I do have some darkly complected customers and girls on my team that do use coffee as well. I like it really dark. And then finally, we have our bronze loose powder that comes actually like this. And you can, this is like the novice, easiest way to contour ever. Okay, so just to top our look off, that is basically how you're gonna highlight and contour. The last thing I'm gonna do is take Pearlizer, which is just a really shimmer. It's actually a foundation, but it's very sheer and shimmery. You can see here, that's all you need. You're just gonna put it up here on your cheekbones. And it gives you that little kiss, that little summer kiss that we all need in life. I do not like my face too shiny, but you know, those girls that have like the gold dipper thing and their face just looks like it shined everywhere, you can still do that. So what you would do is you would take this Pearlizer and you would mix it with your foundation and just put it everywhere, and then you would have that shiny glow. I don't particularly care for that shiny glow unless it's just right here. So pretty. But that is an option as well if you want to do that. So you would just take Pearlizer, mix it with your foundation, put it everywhere, and then you kind of have that shiny, maybe for New Year's Eve or something like that. That would be really fun. That's a time I would do it personally. Okay, so just to kind of finish me off, because I look like just contour right now, I'm going to put some blush on. And I'm going to show you two options again that kind of complement the contour that I've already done. So the coffee foundation really complements well with just a regular blush sense. Again, they're cream to powder. You're going to have to pardon me while I kind of try and get the right amount on here, because I'm used to having enough for both cheeks, and you're going to find out in a second how super pigmented this is. So this is all I need. That's it. And look how big this tube is. I've had this tube for over a year. And so what I do here is I just do kind of my dots. I'm a dotty kind of girl. And then you're gonna just brush along the same line. So basically what you're gonna do is above where you contoured. So up here, this line right here. Again, going from the top of your ear down to about halfway into your eye, no lower than your nose. If you have cute little apple cheeks, you can go and you can do these little apple cheeks right here. I feel, as far as contour goes, doing it more in an angle, it slims my face. It makes me look thinner, and I like that. I'm all about that. But if you have really cute round cheeks, just go like this, and then you could do that area right there. Boom. Blush tips, check. So that's an option as well. Just to kind of finish off your contour look. And again, like you can see, this side is contoured, this side is not. And even with the blush, like I feel like it just makes it look thinner. I just look more thin and more contoured and more like I have an angular face. I really love cheekbones, and this is a great way to accentuate your cheekbones, you guys. I just think they're so pretty. And then the last thing we're gonna do is add a pop of color, but on this side, keeping into our loose powder trend we have on this side. This is the Silver Rose. This is what it actually came in. And this is what it looks like. This one my daughter got a hold of, so you can see there's a lot in the top. That's the other thing about these little containers is I have toddlers and they love makeup. So I kind of love how mom and user friendly our packaging is. It's really, really nice. Anyway, so this is what Silver Rose looks like, not in the little tube. It's a beautiful color. It's kind of like a mauvey, pretty, shiny pink. It's kind of like a dream come true. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get a little bit on my brush, that much, and I'm just gonna do this and then spread it around. The other thing with the loose powders, and when you have the other brush, you're gonna have more control over where it goes, because if you look at this brush in comparison to this one is just way smaller. So you're gonna be able to kind of have better control. This one's a little big. But again, you're gonna go from the top of your ear till about halfway into your eye, above your nose. That's it. Super easy, you guys. Super, super easy. So that's it. Contouring, check. I hope that was so easy for you guys. I hope it made it very user-friendly for you. I would so appreciate you leaving your feedback in the comments below. I am so looking to get better, and I would love to hear what you thought of this tutorial. Again, if you could just take a moment to like and subscribe, I would so appreciate it. And I hope I can see you here again at Heather Holding Beauty. Have a beautiful day.